This is not a joke. This person is sending you a court notice for a reason you need to understand now. I'm speaking to you with complete seriousness because what I'm about to share could impact your financial future and legal standing. Someone is preparing legal documents with your name on them, and you might not even realize it's happening. The system doesn't care if you know about it. You're still responsible. I've spent years studying these patterns, and what's happening right now is something everyone needs to be aware of. This court notice situation is urgent. Ignoring a court notice isn't just unwise, it can lead to automatic judgments against you, wage garnishment, bank account freezes, and even property liens. Once these legal processes start, they're incredibly difficult and expensive to reverse. Many people don't realize they have just 30 days to respond before losing their right to defend themselves. What makes this worse is that most people throw these notices away thinking they're junk mail or scams. This misunderstanding has destroyed financial lives. The specific notice I'm warning you about today follows a pattern that's affecting thousands of people, and the courts are siding with the senders almost every time. If you understand how serious this is and want to protect yourself from legal blindsides, type "aware" in the comments right now. Stay with me until the end because the details matter tremendously with court notices. The specific information I'm sharing could be the difference between legal peace and months of court battles. Your awareness isn't just important, it's your first line of defense. These court notices are increasingly coming from third-party debt collectors, property management companies, and corporate legal departments that have streamlined the legal process to their advantage. They're using both certified mail and new digital delivery methods that many states now recognize as legally binding. Last year alone, over 4.5 million Americans received these notices, with 78% failing to respond properly or at all. The system is designed to work whether you understand it or not. These aren't just random threats. They're calculated first steps in legal proceedings. Debt buyers are purchasing old accounts for pennies on the dollar, then using aggressive legal tactics to collect the full amount plus fees. The average notice leads to a judgment of $3,800, but with added interest and legal fees, people end up paying over $5,000 on debts that were often under $1,000 originally. Like this video right now to help this critical information reach more people who need it. Your single action could literally save someone from a financial disaster they never saw coming. The legal system doesn't advertise how it works. It just works, with or without your knowledge. Every like helps spread this warning to someone who might be checking their mail tomorrow and facing this exact situation. The most common court notice you might receive is a summons with a complaint for debt collection. These typically come in official-looking envelopes, sometimes with a county court header. Second most common are eviction notices or lease violation complaints, which can lead to housing court. Third are small claims court notices for amounts under $10,000. Contract disputes make up the fourth category, often from service providers claiming breach of terms. The fifth type, and the one with the fastest growing numbers, involves default judgments for accounts you may not even recognize. Legitimate notices will always contain specific case numbers, court information, and clear deadlines. They typically require a response within 20-30 days, not immediate payment. Be especially cautious of notices demanding payment to avoid court. Real court notices explain how to respond to the court directly, not how to pay the sender to make it go away. Type 777 right now if you're committed to examining your mail carefully and not dismissing official-looking documents without proper verification. This simple awareness could save you thousands of dollars and countless hours dealing with legal complications. The protection comes from knowing exactly what these notices look like and how to verify them. Stay vigilant against both legitimate Notices that need proper response and fraudulent ones designed to scare you into paying. If you find this information valuable for your legal protection, you can support more content like this with super thanks. Your contribution helps expand legal awareness to those who need this information most urgently. The specific court notice triggering this warning is called a Complaint for Money Owed with Request for Default Judgment. This notice is being mass filed by debt collection law firms representing companies that purchased old debts from original creditors. They're using automated systems to generate thousands of cases daily, often with minimal verification of debt details. These notices typically reference accounts that are 3.7 years old, sometimes from creditors you won't recognize because the debt has been sold multiple times. What makes these particularly dangerous is that they're designed to fly under the radar. They look official but not alarming, causing many people to set them aside rather than taking immediate action. The law firms count on default judgments, which happen automatically when you don't respond. Court statistics show that 90% of these cases result in default judgments simply because people don't file the proper response paperwork in time, not because the debt is necessarily valid or properly documented. Legitimate court notices will always contain the court's official name, address, and seal at the top of the document. They must include a case number that you can verify on your county court's website. Real notices name both the plaintiff, who's suing you, and defendant, you, clearly at the top of the document. They should specify exactly what the complaint is about and include a dollar amount if money is involved. Authentic notices explain your response options and deadlines in clear language, usually in a section called Summons or Notice to Defendant. Red flags include notices without contact information for the court itself, documents with only a P.O. box for response, or papers asking you to call a number to resolve the matter before court. Always independently verify court information by looking up your county court's official website, never using phone numbers provided on the notice itself. Type PROTECT in the comments if you're now aware of how to verify if a court notice is legitimate. This knowledge is your first defense against both real legal threats and potential scams. Always document when you received any notice, how it was delivered, and keep the original envelope. Take photos of all documents immediately. This simple documentation can be crucial if you need to prove when you received something or challenge improper service. When you receive a legitimate court notice, follow these exact steps for protection. First, mark the response deadline on your calendar and set alerts for 5 days before it's due. Second, create a response file with copies of everything you receive. Third, prepare a written answer to the complaint. Most courts have standard forms available online or at the clerk's office. Fourth, in your response, address each numbered point in the complaint by admitting, denying, or stating you lack information to respond. Fifth, file your response with the court clerk before the deadline and get a stamped copy as proof. Sixth, send a copy of your response to the plaintiff's attorney by certified mail with return receipt. Never ignore deadlines. If you need more time, file a request for extension with the court before your response period ends. Most importantly, never contact the plaintiff directly instead of responding through the court system. Failing to respond properly can trigger a cascade of legal consequences that might follow you for years. When courts issue default judgments, creditors gain powerful collection tools. They can garnish up to 25% of your wages directly from your employer. They can freeze bank accounts without additional notice, sometimes taking funds needed for essential bills. Property liens can be placed on your home, affecting your ability to sell or refinance. Your credit score can drop by 100+ points from a single judgment. Once entered, these judgments can remain active for 10,020 years, depending on your state, with creditors able to renew them. Interest continues accumulating on the judgment amount, often at rates of 8,010% annually. Even bankruptcy won't remove certain types of judgments. The financial impact typically totals 3.5 times the original amount claimed due to added fees. Interest and collection costs. Type prepared in the comments if you're now equipped with the knowledge to handle these notices properly. Being legally informed is your right and responsibility. The courts expect you to understand these processes, whether you've been educated about them or not. Your vigilance today protects your financial future tomorrow. Remember, the legal system operates by strict rules and deadlines. It doesn't adjust for those who don't understand how it works. Beyond responding to notices, implement these protection strategies now. First, create a mail processing system where important documents are immediately segregated and reviewed. Second, establish a legal folder in your email since electronic service is becoming more common. Third, check your credit report every 4 months to catch potential legal issues early. Fourth, maintain a document backup system, either digital or physical, for all financial interactions. Fifth, consider an affordable legal insurance plan that provides consultation services. Sixth, learn your state's statute of limitations for different types of debts. Many collection attempts come after these deadlines have passed. Seventh, keep all debt resolution documents permanently, as settled accounts can mysteriously reappear years later. Finally, consider using certified mail for important financial communications, so you have proof of all interactions. While you can handle many court notices yourself, certain situations demand professional legal help immediately. Seek an attorney. If the amount exceeds $5,000, as the potential savings justify the cost, get help if the notice involves your home, vehicle, or professional license. Contact a lawyer if the debt isn't yours, or if the amount appears dramatically inflated beyond what you recognize. Legal assistance is crucial if you believe the statute of limitations has expired on the debt. Most states have legal aid societies providing free or low-cost services for those who qualify financially. County bar associations offer referral services with discounted initial consultations. When meeting with an attorney, bring the complete notice, any related account documents, and a timeline of your history with the alleged debt. Remember, receiving a court notice doesn't mean you've lost. The legal system provides opportunities to defend yourself, but only if you act within the specified timeframes. Many of these mass-filed cases rely on minimal documentation, and creditors often cannot produce proper evidence when challenged. Stay calm but take immediate action. Be particularly cautious during major life transitions like moves, divorces, or job changes. These are when notices often get missed. Don't let shame or anxiety about debts prevent you from responding. The worst approach is ignoring the situation. With the knowledge you now have, you can navigate this challenge properly. The legal system may seem intimidating, but it follows predictable rules that you can learn and use to protect yourself. Subscribe now for more critical information about protecting your legal and financial rights. Share this video with anyone who needs this warning before it's too late. Leave your questions in the comments for future videos addressing specific legal concerns. Visit your county court's website to familiarize yourself with local procedures before you need them. Remember, court notices don't wait until you're ready. They operate on their own timelines. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and keep watching for more legal protection strategies that everyone deserves to know.